everybody, what a Wiisdom here. It is just about 1 a.m., 12:59 to be exact. It is now Thursday, right? August 10th. My apologies not being able to get these videos out. If you didn't know, Monday I actually finally got a new air conditioner. And it's so weird to not be sitting here at 1 in the morning in something that's like 85 plus degrees. And I have to say, it's pretty nice. But I've had that going on. Work has been nuts, just all sorts of crazy things. I need to make a channel update, but just have not had the time to do that either. So, right now I have not done Chain Reaction's other path that I saved for last because it's really inefficient use of my time to just go through and get all the cash for one character. And so, the person that makes sense to toss in with Chain Reaction is in fact Chompy Mage. The reason I've not done Chompy Mage is I was holding out, or I should say Jingle Chompy Mage. I've not upgraded him or done anything because my plan was to hold out for the release of standard Chompy Mage. And a lot of naysayers were like, oh, we're never going to get standard Chompy Mage. He was just in that Amazon exclusive bundle at launch, and that's the end of it. Well, he was released overseas, Europe and Australia back well over a month ago now, like June 22nd or something, I think was the official release date. Typically, when they've released things overseas before America, it's like 4 to 5 weeks, right? And that has come and gone. And there is no sign of not only standard Chompy Mage, but also Robo and the Lost Imaginite Mines. I personally am still of the mindset that I think they'll come over here. They're probably just kind of staggering it for like a fall release or something to coincide with, I don't know, possibly even Skylanders Academy Season 2. There's probably some logic behind it, probably logistics, maybe shortcomings at the factory. I don't know the particulars. But I know that I'm tired of waiting, and I know that I'm too thrifty. I don't want to say cheap, but too thrifty to import this. A lot of people are going out and they're spending a lot of money on these things, and then they're importing them, from the UK or Germany or somewhere off in Europe. I'm not going to do that. I love the game. I want the figures. I'll pay for the figures, but I'm not going to do anything overseas at all, particularly through Amazon, who I have not forgotten how they shorted me with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, that said, I mean, we unboxed Jingle Chompy Mage, we introduced him, and that's that. The poor guy has just been waiting and waiting and waiting. If you wonder why I didn't purchase the villain bundle from Amazon back before they had ticked me off with their Mario Kart 8 Deluxe guaranteed day of release delivery nonsense, Activision literally sent me everything available at launch, minus like your dark editions and everything. And so I'm buying the dark editions, of course. I've got the pre-orders in on them because there's issues in the past where if you don't pre-order a dark edition, you're screwed, right? And so I've got, the Xbox One and the Wii U and everything covered. And I just assumed it was like a time deal at Amazon and then it would come elsewhere. Basically, virtually everything in that villain bundle would have been a third figure by way of the dark starter pack coupled with the standard starter pack they sent out. And then, of course, they sent every other villain as well. So it's like, that's really a stupid way to spend whatever it was, like 60, 70 bucks. And so that's why I didn't pull the trigger then. It was just absolutely redundant to have done so. And like I said, I could get him in, but I'm not paying over retail, and I am not paying freight to get something here across the ocean. So, if they choose not to ever release these characters in the US, or they do so in like really limited batches or something, I'll never have them. That's fine. It's their loss. I'll keep my $15 for Chompy Mage, and that's the end of it. It's really unfortunate because he's a hilarious villain. Haven't gotten to spend a ton of time with him. Right now, Taekwon Crow probably has the most memorable dialogue in my opinion. But the limited time I did spend with this guy, he was pretty hilarious, and that matches what we learned about him in Trap Team, so we shall see. But the primary attack is Chomp Zuka, and going back to the handy-dandy spreadsheet here, this was something I tested out. I could get 6 Chompies at once. They have a 10-second runtime. I kind of was just recapping this here by myself, and I was like, no, it won't last 10 seconds. Apparently what I did is count the entire length. Like, once that thing comes out of the barrel of the Chompzooka, I start counting. Otherwise, if you like wait until it impacts something and then runs around, it's kind of like 6 seconds. There's an initial impact of 45 to 68, and then the Chompy will bite twice at 13 to 20. Although I have to say, I have not gotten that to replicate itself down here. I'm not inside the academy, I'm sort of down below. And I can only get them to bite once. It looks like they want to go again, but they just time out and don't do it. So, that said, the jump attack, sadly, isn't anything special like slamming the bazooka down, which would have been super cool. It's just you jump and shoot, which could have its purposes later down the line, we'll see. Secondary attack is Talk to the Hand. Press B, and the puppet screams with a burst of life-flavored magic, and if you didn't know, it tastes like chicken. That's actually 34 to 51, which is pretty salty, I've got to say. And we're going to go ahead and I guess pick up the tertiary attack here for 500. It is called Chompy Pile. Press Y to transform into a pile of angry Chompies. This, of course, should be pretty reminiscent to you if you go back to Trap Team days. Press A to jump out of the pile, which will keep going for a short distance on its own. So we'll pick that up, and I want to show you something here. So if I shoot a Chompy like that, he'll run around, and you know, obviously he's broken all the crates. There's really nothing for him to do, and so he just times out, right? Now check this out. It's like the same spot. Pay attention to where that hit. Sort of in line with some cog down there from the tech realm, I guess. Just keep that spot in your head. And now watch this. If I jump from this position and shoot, he just dissipates. It's like he didn't go off the edge of the world. But it's like treating it that way. He doesn't fall to the ground. And for whatever reason, I don't know that anyone else has bothered to research this or care enough to think it's hilarious, but I sat here for a good bit waiting for I thought the recording software was dead, so I sort of had to reset everything, but for whatever reason, this amuses me, and I put it in my video so you can see if you can replicate it. Does standard Chompy Mage do this? Is it only Jingle Bell? I don't know. I think what the game is doing, again, check this out. Didn't jump, the guy's fine. Jump, dissipates. I think it treats that as it's like going off screen or over a cliff off an edge, and just kind of makes it in that manner. Now this I totally get. You know, like we're just firing them into oblivion there. Which, that's pretty funny too. I'm not gonna lie. But let's run over here so I can showcase these first three attacks for you. So, primary attack, boom, impact, 45 to 68. There was one bite, and then I'm thinking it's like the positioning maybe, because if I said it did 2, it must have done 2, and I probably tested it upstairs. But again, if I jump, it will kind of target. There was a critical, so at least you know that's right. But again, just one bite. Now, if I want to litter the area with him, we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I should be able... Basically, I think this is a deal where by the time you fire the 7th one, the first Chompy is gone anyway. So, it is what it is. Secondary attack. Looks like that. You can't hold it, sadly. But that's 34. That'll do 51. I wonder if that has knockback. Maybe we should just go up top. Sadly, as much as I hate to. And I guess I would need to do that for the Sky Chi anyway, so we'll probably migrate, but let's just press Y. So what was that, like 6 seconds? Yeah, 6 seconds. I'm not jumping out just yet. I want to see if this actually will do damage now. Oh my. This is great. Okay, so it's going to do 40 to 60. The question is, how many hits of damage can we do with it? I got 6 plus 1. Let me try to do this right on impact. Yeah, it's going to be 6 hits, so that works out perfectly. for our mathematics anyway. So Chompy Pile, it's going to be 6 seconds or 6 hits at 40 to 60. That's, I mean, 6x40 is 240, 6x60 is 360, 240 to 360 collectively from your tertiary attack right upon getting it. That's pretty good. Now, the question is, they said that the pile would continue a little while if we jump out of it. So, I'm going to create this, press A. No, it doesn't. I mean, that's lame. Why would you ever jump out of it? That better do like 60 to 90 or something crazy. So, tertiary attack. It goes for 2 seconds, man. Come on now. Oh, 84. Okay, so let's point blank range this thing. Okay, so it's not the most intelligent pile of chompies, but it looks like an 84 and a 28.
Presto, chomp, chango!
Oh my gosh, chompies. I will say I've pressed A a few times and not jumped out. Okay, now here's the question. If I drag this out to like 5 seconds, so, and then jump out, you can extend it. So basically, if you press Y and bail, it's going to go 2 seconds. If you stay in 40 to 60 mode and then bail it like the last second before you'd pop out anyway, you can milk out a few more hits. So, hits at 40 to 60 with CM. That'll be Chompy Mage inside. Bail, and it goes 2 seconds, hitting at 84. Half of that would be 42, so 126. And then sort of like an explosion effect, which would be 28 to 42 on the critical side. So case in point, I can come over here. I could be doing 40 to 60 on my way to the target enemy. And then bail 84 and 28 on an explosion. So I think we covered that fairly well. I will make sure everything's the same here. Oh, hey, he bit twice. He's a hero. Well, that one's not. Anyway, you saw it. You know I'm not lying to you. That's all that matters, right? You know what? Maybe we could keep going here for a while.
I'm not really much of a numbers guy. More of a chompy guy, in case you hadn't figured that out yet.
Alright. So, up next is Staff Shot. Hit me with your best shot. Press and hold X to launch a magical exploding staff. Now, if you go back to it, you know, Chompy Mage, even in his toy form, the man is holding the Chompy staff, which is what we know and love from Trap Team, right? And so, for whatever reason, he was not made a Sentinel. He was converted into a bazooker. And I guess this is sort of a nice nod to people like myself or history buffs of Skylands. Sort of have somewhat of a tie-in that makes it a little bit more acceptable. So, press and hold X this time to launch a magical exploding staff. 700 is the price. At that point, I would have to say it is a steal. So, if I tap X, we're still doing chompies. Let's make sure we can still make them go off the screen. Right, how? Hilarious. Now if I hold X.
Whee!
Ooh. Now how did I get him? Let me see. I'm just going to continuously hold X. Oh, it's spammable. I mean, okay, we can't. This is so much like Shotgun Farmer. So let's check out this animation. It looks like he stands the bazooka up and throws what will be the top of the staff in, and then just launches. It ultimately looks like an arrow, but I guess it's just the inverted staff. Now, like I said, I'm able to rotate a full 360 degrees, stop and turn, whatever you prefer to do, but we cannot move while we do that. Oh, it's gonna explode, is it? So, let's take aim here, shall we? I want the Chompy to go that way. Dadgum. Oh, this is great. 67 and a 123? Okay, so now I've got to see what's happening here. So, What was that 101 about? Alright. Let me try to fire just one. No, Chompy. Okay, so I think staff shot is going to be 67. Would that be the 101, I'm guessing? Half of 67 would be 33, 5, 34. Yes, 101 is our critical 67 to 101 impact. And then explodes, I think that's 123, right? Wasn't it? I'll have to do it again. Yeah. It's really hard to just do one of those. I'm kind of going to tell you right now. So half of 123 would be 61.5, which would be 62. So 185, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Explosion. Now, there we are. Case in point, we'll fire a few of these. It doesn't seem to detonate the Chompy itself. Now let me turn it around. Oh, and it's got good range on the explosion. So 67 on the pierce, 123 on the explosion, and honestly a pretty sweet little attack, I've got to say. So now here's a question. If I create this, I'm not gonna have time to, no, there's not enough. The 2 seconds that thing's active is completely inadequate for me to bail, load up the staff shot, and successfully impact it. So sad face on mine.
What does all this mean? Don't ask me. I'm just a puppet.
All right. I gotta say, man, that bazooka is so cool looking though. So we're gonna come in here, acorn, not acorn, but a space corn. So many of his attacks have exclamation points at the end of them. Spoiler alert, they do over there too. But talk to the hen now costs up exploding acorns. Corns. 900 is the price. And keep in mind, this thing was doing 34 to 51. Oh, 3 acorns. Okay, can I hold it now? No. If you could hold that, it would be amazing. I'm not gonna lie, so. Okay, 4 to 6. Oh, and 6 to 9. Yeah, those 6s are coming standard. Okay, here's what I think is happening. 3 acorns hit at 4 to 6, explode at 6 to 9. So that works, right? Makes sense. We get 3 acorns. Dadgum, wrong button. 3 acorns there. They bounce around for 1 Mississippi tune. About 2 seconds again. Maybe the straggler goes for 3. So they do 4 to 6, and then when they explode, that little puff of green magic that smells like chicken, 6 to 9. Cool deal, cool deal. And we're down now, believe it or not, to the final base upgrade.
I'm not really much of a numbers guy.
We've heard that line. I'll have to talk over you to save time. What a dashing pile. Press X to dash forward while in pile form. Pile now does more damage. So will that be 40 to 60 increased? Will it be the 84 increase? Or will it apply to both of them as it should? We're going to find out. But before I do that, I've got to enter this pile and press X. So what happens if I press Y? Oh, you can just terminate it. So if I press Y, that thing is just donezo. Remember, it's A to escape, and it goes for 2 seconds. And now I want to know if I press B, nothing happens. Did I extend that? I don't think I did, but... Yeah, it's still 6 hits. It seemed a little bit longer for what it's worth. Now, I'm going to do it and press X. Nothing's happening. Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
What does all this mean?
Just had to check, just in case. But now it's going to dash forward. So, let's bail out of there. And we're not going to press X for a while. We're going to see what this thing does as I just coast about. So 54 to 81, very cool. Dashing pile. Pile does 54 to 81 with, how did I word this? 54 to 81, let me do 6x. with CM inside. That's kind of like a little antenna inside deal. Bail, and it goes. How long? I don't know. We haven't tested it just yet in this configuration. So, Chompy Pile activate, Chompy Pile dispatch. 2 seconds. That's still going to be 84. Sadly. Dadgum. That's okay, though. Wow, the Chompys finally came through for me there. So, and it's still, I've got to add still. That's how you know I'm upset. Still because 84 to, what would that be? 126. Explosion. Still. 2842, if I'm not mistaken. And then dash does. So now we're going to go press Y. I could get 4 of them that time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Let's try to go straight, would be the most efficient, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 that time. Look at us go, go, go. I hope that does more damage. What we're looking for is anything greater than 54. Okay, I'll take that. So 67 to 101. Lots of similar numbers here, but hey, I'll take it. Now, what I want to test this time is, can I dash and somehow pierce through him and hit this guy at the same time? So, we're going to enter it. Dash. Not really, but whatever. So, dash does 67 to 101. Fan-frickin-tastic. Cool deal. Base upgrades fully documented for my main man, Chompy Mage here. Short video, too. Look at us and our efficiencies. In order to lengthen the video, I'm going to run up here just because we can. And the Sky Chi actually does sound really cool. So, we're going to hop in and check it out. And again, I don't know why I can't do the Sky Chi out here. I realize you could not refill the meter. And I think they either need to, A, just let it go that way. Like you can do it once on the map and then you can't do it again until you reset somehow. Or B, just always let it be active in that area. I think would have been cool. I thought that was a pig for a second. I don't remember. I swear, you don't play the game for 3 days. I guess that's always been there, but it seems to be intruding on the path more. Whoever the gardener is, we really need them to step up. We need Leaf here from Animal Crossing, apparently. Alright, so let's just quickly... What was that? Come on, bro. That's ridiculous. Okay, I did want to see... Okay, let's just do the secondary attack, I guess. Yes! So it does do that. That's pretty sweet. Let's showcase it here so we got a better feel for it. Alright, cool. That's worth noting, right? It doesn't seem to shock him, but it does knock him down and knock him down. The acorns are just like a temporary stun.
How did we do, Chompy
Nothing
Puppet?
too crazy.
We kicked some serious.
What I want to see now is this. Oh, so it does. Wow. It looks really good here up close, sort of like a zoomed in lens, if you will. That's really sweet. You see the animation very well. It basically pierces and then enlarges type of a thing. So now let's have some fun with a tertiary attack. We'll just roll around here innocently, 54 to 81, and he's donezo. This time, we'll kill them instantly with the amazing jump off of the arena. You might not know that's a power Chompy Mage has. Gonna dash through him. Finally saw the 67. And now we will do this and just bail. Nice work, Chompies. Boom, boom, boom. I guess I don't want a ton of those guys running around. I'll wait for them to time out real quick. And once they dissipate like so, I press this magic button.
Don't ask me! I'm just a puppet!
Alright. So he does look like Santa, you've got to admit. So we've unlocked that by, I guess, having the tertiary. That said, right here, this looks amazing. This is sort of the jump attack of my dreams, but sadly it's the Sky Chi, which is good but bad at the same time, you know? It is called Boingzuka. So, the Ultimate Sensei attack, hold right trigger to perform your Sky Chi power and ride the Boingzuka like a pogo stick. I've waited for this one. and I've got to showcase it now. So we're going to back out of here, and we'll get all 4 dummies in sequence here. Dun, 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 dun. And here I go. Chompy power!
I'm chomping at the bit for Sky Cheese! Oh, you like that, Chompy Puppet? You know it!
Sweet. So it looks like it was doing 78. I terminated it short here, just so we'll have it saved up. But half of 78 would be 39, so that would be 117 on the critical side. But yeah, man, that is the base upgrades for Jingle Bell Chompy Mage here. I gotta say, I'm a little sad that we don't have standard Chompy Mage. I haven't even seen him like in person, in hand, up close, in store, nothing. It's just all been online imagery.
I'm not really much of a numbers guy, more of a chompy guy, in case you
If they ever did a series 2 of these guys, man, we so need one with that bazooka design. It would be amazing. Make that thing light core, where like the teeth illuminate a little bit. It would be insane. It would be so cool. So what I want to do now, I don't know his upgrade path names, believe it or not. What? Oh, okay. I was like, why? We don't need him brought into this. The Champ of Chomp. Very cool. Now I know. It makes me happy. I learned something tonight. Will it get me anywhere in life? Maybe. Maybe there will be a SkyCon like I've mentioned. They announced Minecon, and it's kind of a weird deal. Anyone can go is the good news, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. So this upgrades the Chompies. And down below, Master Puppeteer. All right, P-U-P-P-E-T-E-E-R. Well, I didn't put the T when I spelled it. P-U-P-P. E-T-E-E-R. That's annoying to spell. Puppeteer. There you are. So, by the way, it was something about the 80s today, and I don't know why, but I started following Cookie Monster on Twitter. And that's so hilarious. He did if you know Aha, it was Take Me On, and it was like the hand-drawn kind of funky synthesized 80s tune. He did this really cool, like it was just like 34 seconds, but it was gold. Every bit of it was just pure gold. It was a hand-drawn Cookie Monster kind of reenacting, and it was instead of like Take Me On, it was like Bake Cookie. And yeah, I'm easily amused sometimes. It's good stuff. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I want to reset this dude either, is the thing. And if I showcase both now, which I guess I probably just will, because, I mean, frick, it's August. I don't know when they're going to plan on sending this stuff to America or release it from their cargo containers. I don't know. But I'm kind of thinking like Master Puppeteer, I think that suits standard Chompy Mage, just the green-suited, green-robed guy better. It's more naturey, it's more color-coordinated. This up here, the Champ of Chomp, you upgrade the Chompies. It's almost like you're giving gifts, right? More Chompies, the more the merrier. Merry Christmas. Jingle Bell Chompy Mage. That's how my head works anyway. We could take him and have a totally different feel for him, but that's what I'm thinking. And so I guess I will take the Champ of Chomp with Jingle Bell Chompy Mage here next, and then reset him, and then get money with Chain Reaction, come back, film Chain Reaction's top path, and then come in and film Master Puppeteer, or I'm sorry, I'll do Master Puppeteer first, and then reset and do that. And then if we ever do get standard Chompy Mage, I'll just come in and we will unbox him, introduce him, and then just fully upgrade the guy. And I'll take him down Master Puppeteer. But I'll take Master Puppeteer first because I want Jingle Bell Chompy Mage to, I guess, be reset and have the Champ of Chomp. Again, if I had standard Chompy Mage right now, I wouldn't even have to reset either one of them, which is the fantastic thing about having an alt deco or a second figure, whatever it may be. And that is not the case, so I'm going to have to invest a little extra time and effort here. But that'll be the plan, and I guess I'll do it next. And if I run up against a wall in terms of time tonight, you might just see these base upgrades first, and then Chain Reaction will, I guess, be next, and then more Chompy Mage action. The plan is, and this could all go to horribly wrong, which is what's been going pretty well this entire summer. Everything going horribly wrong. Plan is to probably be out of town this weekend, so I'm trying frantically to record these videos and get them edited and uploaded and scheduled. So I know people like for me to do base upgrade, path 1, path 2, new Skylander, base path 1, path 2. I might have to make an exception here, so if I do, I apologize. Now you know why. And fear not, chain reaction is coming, and that's that. So I'm going to quit rambling because I got to get back on that, got to grind this stuff out for you. Plus, I'm actually pretty curious about this because I think this is a path. If I was a gambling man, I would say a very high percentage of people, probably well over 50%, if they just pick one path for their Skylander on their own free will or after researching it, I'm thinking the majority of people are going to go Champ of Chomp. And Master Puppeteer is probably completely overlooked, much like Floral Defender was for Zook. And I'm interested in seeing how these numbers compare. So, but yeah, I'll quit rambling. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a little something. And I hope those of us in North America and probably, I guess, South America, looking out for you. Brazil, Argentina, yeah. Hopefully, maybe I should do like Wiisdom on Espanol or something. I don't know. Hola, mi amigos. Welcome to Skylanders Research. I'd have to brush up on the Spanish, but it's something I could do. Always got to diversify, right? But yeah, hopefully at some point in time, Robo, the Lost Imaginite Mines, and Standard Chompy Mage make their way to this side of the world, because that would just be fan-freaking-tastic. But until they do, we'll work with what we got. So, like I said, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know, what do you think of these base upgrades? How would you stagger the upgrade paths? Would you assign Jingle Bell Chompy Mage to the Champ of Chomp like I plan to for the same reasons, or are they completely juxtaposed? Similarly, which path do you prefer and why? If you've not seen anything on them, stay tuned because you're going to see both of them. And with that, oneofwiisdom.com, SkylanderClub.com, follow me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Mixer as well, now that I have an air conditioner that functions. When I get back and if things sort of settle down, we're going to go back to streaming. And we'll go ahead and crank out Thumpin' Woompa Islands and the Cursed Tiki Temple, so stay tuned for that. But I will catch you back here in just a few seconds as we check out Master Puppeteer. Adios.